In China, everything appears on a grand scale, from cities and highways to, of course, mega projects. One project in particular stands out. It's the largest and most powerful dam globally, featuring an enormous reservoir that's so colossal it exerts an impact on the Earth's rotation. The sheer magnitude of the structure is unparalleled in human history. It's an awe-inspiring but also precarious creation. While it provides electricity to millions, it faces recurrent criticism regarding its risk of potential collapse. But what's the reality behind it? Is the dam genuinely at risk? In this video, we will delve into one of the most massive mega projects in the world, the Three Gorges Dam. Stretching 2.3 kilometers at its longest point and towering over 180 meters, the Three Gorges Dam is a monumental engineering feat. The dam in Hubei is of monumental proportions. It spans the vast Yangtze River and contains an enormous reservoir that extends over 600 kilometers. This reservoir alone covers an area larger than the entire island nation of Singapore. However, the most remarkable aspect is not the structure itself. With a total installed capacity of 22.5 gigawatts, it also claims the title of the world's largest power station of any kind. To put it in perspective, America's most powerful dam, the Grand Coulee Dam, is only a quarter of the Three Gorges Dam's capacity, and even nuclear power plants can't match its output. At its theoretical maximum, the entire facility can provide a continuous power supply to over 4.5 million people year-round. But beyond its role in generating a consistent power supply, aside from providing clean and renewable energy to millions of people, there was another critical reason behind its construction. The towns and cities along the Yangtze River have been repeatedly plagued by severe flooding. Minor floods occur nearly every year during the rainy season. However, the most significant issue is the occurrence of major and prolonged floods that are challenging to predict. Approximately 90 years ago, the deadliest of these floods claimed between 3.7 and 4 million lives. Something needed to be done to address this, hence the idea of an immense dam capable of regulating the Yangtze's flow was conceived. Today, with more than 400 million people residing in the vicinity, this structure has the potential to save numerous lives. The Three Gorges Dam can avert catastrophic flooding downstream in cities like Wuhan and Shanghai. This is achieved by storing substantial volumes of water within the reservoir during the rainy seasons and controlling the outflow. However, this system is not without its flaws. For instance, during heavy rains in 2010, they were compelled to release water to maintain the reservoir at a manageable level. This led to flooding, landslides, and sadly, the loss of several hundred lives downstream. Overall, it is estimated that the frequency of major flooding can be reduced from occurring once every decade to just once every century. So, how was this monumental structure built? Constructing something of this magnitude across a massive river over a span of 17 years was no small task. To initiate construction, engineers had to tackle two significant challenges. They had to obstruct the flow of the Yangtze River upstream while ensuring that an adequate amount of water could still flow through, because the river's continuous flow is essential for the cities downstream. During construction, stone enclosures were placed upstream to enable workers to lay the initial foundation on dry land. To maintain a delicate equilibrium, engineers utilized cofferdams to redirect the Yangtze's flow around them. Once the concrete structure was finished, they commenced the installation of the first turbines. Subsequently, the cofferdams were detonated, allowing water to reach the dam's turbines for the first time. The overall cost of the dam exceeded $30 billion. Beyond its roles in power generation and flood control, this megaproject also brings the advantage of easing navigation on the Yangtze River upstream. With its winding bends and unpredictable water levels, the river is renowned for being a treacherous waterway to navigate. Hence, the creation of the Three Gorges Dam helps to raise water levels upstream, facilitating the safe passage of even larger vessels. To transport massive ships across the dam, a series of ship locks and a remarkable feature are employed: the largest ship lift in the world. This extraordinary machine is capable of hoisting vessels weighing up to 3,000 tons over a height of 110 meters. In contrast to the conventional locks, which typically take up to 4 hours, this lift accomplishes the task in a mere 30 minutes. Since the creation of these passageways, the Yangtze's freight capacity has surged by up to 6 times. while shipping costs have continued to decline, underscoring the project's vital role as a driver of economic growth in the region. Recently, it was announced that over 23,000 individual vessels passed through the Three Gorges Dam in just the first half of 2023, marking a 10% increase from the same period last year. Because it holds numerous records, another consequence is that the structure has become a tourist attraction, drawing as many as 10 million tourists over the past 5 years. It even features its own viewing deck and exhibition hall, allowing tourists to catch a glimpse of the project's construction. So far, all of this sounds promising. However, there are indeed many challenges and issues associated with constructing a structure of this size and impact. So, what are the challenges? Even before construction commenced, developers estimated that thousands of cities, towns, and villages would either be partially or completely submerged by the reservoir. Consequently, approximately 1.4 million people were compelled to relocate to higher ground. Although the government provided compensation and assistance for relocation, there were reports of subpar housing, lack of essential amenities, and inadequate infrastructure in the new resettlement areas. People had to leave behind their homes, farmlands, and communities. Another point of concern is the profound and lasting impact on the environment and wildlife around the Yangtze River. For instance, since its construction, landslides have become a frequent occurrence in the area, resulting in millions of dollars in damages. The Yangtze River is renowned for its richness in species and biodiversity, but some plant and animal species are now endangered. For example, the dam could be contributing to the potential extinction of the Chinese river dolphin and the Chinese paddlefish, although shipping also plays a role in this. Critics have also raised doubts about the Three Gorges Dam's effectiveness in preventing major floods, especially in light of the extensive monsoon rainfall in 2020. The Yangtze experienced some of the highest average precipitation in nearly 60 years, causing the river to overflow. Over 150 people were reported to have died or gone missing during this event, prompting a closer examination of the project's efficacy in averting such disasters. And there is one more aspect to consider. At first glance, this reservoir appears to be a serene lake set amidst a picturesque landscape. However, it possesses a distinctive characteristic that distinguishes it from an ordinary lake. Its existence depends entirely on the colossal dam. If the unthinkable were to occur and the dam were to breach, the vast volumes of the water would surge downstream, obliterating everything in their path. The consequences would be beyond imagination: communities devastated, lives lost, and the landscape irrevocably altered. Such an event would place the lives of over 400 million people residing along the Yangtze River in peril. It would also jeopardize the existence of major downstream cities like Wuhan and Shanghai, proving catastrophic for the Chinese economy. Of course, the engineers are fully aware of this, and the dam undergoes regular inspections. However, concerns arose when satellite images with a slightly distorted shape of the Three Gorges Dam were revealed, casting doubt on its structural integrity. A German-Chinese hydrologist was even quoted in the media as stating that cracks and substandard concrete had been discovered. Nevertheless, Chinese media swiftly dismissed the rumors, attributing the viral images to algorithm errors in Google Maps. They clarified that the structure does indeed experience slight deformation, but not to the extent shown in the images. The situation is complex. Nevertheless, it's reasonable to expect that its safety remains a top priority, particularly for the developers. In summary, it becomes evident that the significance of this dam extends far beyond its engineering marvel. It must withstand the forces of nature as long as the reservoir it guards exists. So, what lies ahead for this project? While the theoretical maximum capacity of the power plant is 22.5 gigawatts, in reality, only 45% of this capacity is generated by the facility. This is due to the seasonal changes in the Yangtze River, which affect the water flow through the Three Gorges turbines, varying throughout the year. In comparison, the Itaipu Dam, situated on the border between Brazil and Paraguay, at times outperforms the Three Gorges. The site of the plant was once home to the world's largest waterfall by volume, which was submerged after the reservoir's construction. Consequently, the water flow across the Itaipu Dam is more consistent and powerful. To enhance the Three Gorges efficiency, studies have explored the potential use of artificial intelligence to optimize the facility's energy generation capabilities. By employing historical data on the Yangtze's flow, researchers have employed algorithms to predict the dam's power generation during any given season. These models can be used by the operators to enhance long-term efficiency. Another future plan to improve the Three Gorges involves the construction of portage railways on both sides of the river. This system would enable cargo from ships to be transferred onto waiting trains, which would carry them to the other side of the dam and load them onto another vessel. In addition to the site's existing ship locks and lift, this future railway will further streamline the transit of cargo across the dam. With all these enhancements, the Three Gorges Dam endures as a symbol of human engineering. But what is your perspective on it? Do you believe its benefits can outweigh its negative consequences? Share your thoughts below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.